All right. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Gail. What's going on?
Hey,
Hey.
Welcome, welcome. Lisa is our special guest today, friends. We
thanks
are
for
so
having us,
excited.
or having me, I should say.
No, yes. I haven't talked with Lisa. It's been a really long time.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her in a while either.
I
I
know
know.
it.
We're like running and we're both running around doing our thing. And
Yeah. I'm going to
Yeah,
share this out so people know that we are live and they can
yeah,
come
I
join
did that right.
in.
I was
yeah.
doing that right at the last minute today. I was like, oh, I got to go share.
I did it about 11:30.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So
There we go. Let me click on it.
we have kind of a cloudy day in the 70s. I think it's in the 70s.
Nice.
There's been some mornings I've had to put my jacket on.
Hey, Rudy.
Hello, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
So, but today I went out there and it was fine. I didn't have to wear a jacket. Hello, Cher with Talos Treasures. Hello,
Hey,
Heather.
Cher.
Welcome to the Heritage Farm.
Tell Us Treasures is my sister, Lisa.
Oh, okay.
She just started a business called Tell Us Treasures. She sadly had to put their dog Tella down on Christmas. And so that inspired her to start a company
Well,
of
I'm sorry to
candles.
hear that, but
Yeah.
I like that it inspired you because you turned something sad into something amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what Broken Hearts Ministry is
That's right.
me grieving my sister's death, and we started the ministry
Mhm.
because we couldn't help her; she was already gone, but we could hopefully help lots of other people. So,
Yeah.
hello,
Hey,
Andy.
Heather. Heather Milk and Honey Farms, welcome in.
What up,
Ann
Heather?
Hayes, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. So Lisa is taking some time out of pulling trees down on her property and her farm to be with us today. And we are so excited. We haven't been able to chat with Lisa for a while. It's busy time. What area do you live again?
I'm in the southern Black Hills of South Dakota.
The Southern Black Hills of South Dakota. If you haven't checked out her channel, maybe one of the mods in there can make sure that her channel's going. Put a link up. She has some really great videos out there. Recently, her newest one is on the snail roll thing. Have you seen that, Gail?
Yeah, I watched that today. I watched the one where she already had it, so I think I'm going to go back later and watch the one where she explains it because I watched the second one, so I
Okay.
didn't see the how to. I saw the I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
I
think I
love
have the other one to.
new gardening methods. So
Yeah, Farida Sober on Instagram is the one where I saw it. I didn't come up with the idea myself. And I came across her account and I was just so intrigued immediately that I had to try it.
It is an amazing video and it works. And I love seeing how well it worked for you, Lisa. Hey, Blue, welcome in.
my new thing I tried this year was a biochar pit for my pumpkins.
Nice.
Which David the Good had the video on it. He called them melon pits, but I'm calling them pumpkin pits because I'm planting pumpkins in mine. So we'll see how those work out.
Thank you, Heather, for reaching out and doing
Biochar
that.
is all the rage these days on YouTube. Everybody's biochar, biochar.
So I
Yeah.
can appreciate it, but I'm going to tell you, I think I've told Gail before, I'm just going to stick with what I know and with what works because there's so much information out there and I can get very confused on it and I get away from what I've originally have done that's always grown produce for me and food.
Hello, Blue.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Totally, because some of it is garbage info. Some of it is info that works for the people where they are,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not elsewhere. So case in point, I plant my tomatoes February 1st indoors every year, right past 3 years, because I found when they go out, they're very mature and we get more fruit. This year, I got them started late on the 17th, and I don't know what happened, but we have until end of May to get them in the greenhouses still. I can't keep them indoors anymore. They're huge.
What did you change? Do you know what you changed, Lisa?
I didn't change anything. I planted tons of them. That's the only thing I changed. They are so massive. They're blooming. they are out of control. But it's something I've sworn by, but this year I don't know what happened. And
Huh.
so I went to our local greenhouse, and I was saying this on my live the other night. Went to the greenhouse, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I did better, but I kind of felt really good about myself, I gotta say, because my tomatoes look better than the greenhouse.
That's good. That's
Which is not usually something I'm associated with.
Right. And Anne says that it's so true. She never gardened until she got in this house. And I will tell you, I mean, I know so much and can get me so much from my area, but the Rested Garden, he's really good. Gary, he was on Grow Big TV last night. He did a live. He's who I go to because he shows everything. And it helps that we're in similar zones too. But what he has taught me applies to any zone, and anything that I have done that he has taught me has been successful. So I stick with that.
And
you know
and
what? Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I was gonna say, and that's the thing too. Like, zone is a guideline. So I break the rules of my zone all the time.
Right.
But that's what my goal is. However, they changed our zone from 4B to 5A.
Right.
We are nowhere near 5A.
You're in one of those like hyperclimate places, right, Lisa?
We are in a town with many microclimates, and we're also above 5,300 feet elevation. So, last year in mid-July, we got chicks, and we had a very cold night, and we lost a bunch. Mid-July.
What Kathleen with My Alabama Farm Life, I was on the phone with her earlier today, and what she said that was very significant to me is I told her, I was like, oh, my Walla Walla onions, they came up and then they were gone. She said, don't beat yourself up about it. Those onions are probably not good for the South. And I was like, oh, here I was all down on myself, like I bombed another type of onion. And sure enough, she's reassuring me that it wasn't me. It was that seed doesn't grow here.
Right.
And you know what? I grew 4 different kinds of onion this year. The only one that came up was the evergreen bunching onion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look that one up, and I'm going to order that one because that's the one that works for and it's all about that long and short something. I don't even know.
You need long day, short day. If you Google it, you can get a map. For me, seeds have never worked. Onion sets, I've had horrible luck with. And then last year, for the first time, I had great luck with. So I bought sets again this year. But I know a lot of people buy from Dixondale, and they get massive onions. I chose not to because I spent a lot of money about the time I would have been ordering them. And I said, I can't justify the cost. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that might work for you, and I know it would probably work for Tina, the winter sowing. I tried it and I just did not see any benefit to it. The only thing that super impressed me was the fact that those jugs were out there and in sub-zero temps, and I got any germination. But I know folks in Tennessee are absolutely in love with that method. It just doesn't do well for me.
Yeah, my onions started coming up relatively early, but then, but I cover them. Like I don't know how big they're going to get, to be honest. I'm not sure if I got my soil loosened enough for them to really grow big, but I overwintered them and covered them with straw, and they're coming along very nicely. So we'll see. Yeah. One less thing to do come spring, right?
Yeah. Someone sent me those onions. I didn't even buy them. So I got to try them. And then now I know I need to write that down and order that or find that same type.
Yeah. I have to go out and actually water my garden. That will be my extent of being outside today. I have to go water everything because it's cooler here. So I don't water as frequently. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that you need to learn too, is like your watering system. Now come the heat of the summer, I will be watering out there literally every single day.
Yeah,
unless we have heavy rains.
The reason I was having trouble with my loofah, they told me it was because I was overwatering.
Yeah. And you can overwater. You can over fertilize.
I don't water those every day when I'm watering everything else. I've actually held back on the water some, and they seem okay so far. I said I wasn't going to grow them again, but then Ryan with Heavenly Hills Homestead sent me some, and it was like, oh, he was so nice to do that. Okay, well, I'll just throw a few in the ground. So
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have questions for Lisa, Gail?
I do.
Cool. Me too. You want to start?
Yeah. What are you going to grow in your garden this year, Lisa?
So because we're in a microclimate and over the past 5 years, we've had to learn how to re-garden because the East Coast was a heck of a lot easier. And we had to improve our soil in somewhat. So we stick to very basic stuff and we only stick to what produces well. If it doesn't produce well, I don't waste my time. I may try it once or twice. Like loofah, I'm done.
I
But
said that, and then I went back on that.
no, but if you had the seeds, why not? Right?
I'm trying it for the first time,
I
Lisa.
didn't have to pay for them, so
There's nothing wrong with that. They're
Yeah.
awesome. So a microclimate means that even though we're in a zone, it's because of our high elevation contributes to our zone issues where we are. And it's sort of like we're in our own little world, if that makes sense. And so we can have frost as late as mid-June, and we can have snow and frost mid-September. So we have a very short window to get things out. And so we grow very basic stuff. I have 3 greenhouses, and all my tomatoes will be going in the greenhouses. I have a bunch of different varieties, but nothing fancy. Purple Cherokee and Roma were prolific last year.
Awesome.
I also have a bunch of others that are out there that I'm trying, but I'm trying to do about 60 plants. I had 30 last year. And we are not growing peppers. We've had one good year with peppers here. Other than that, we don't get a harvest, so it's a waste of my time.
I know. Me and Peppers don't agree either.
And so let's see. The other thing that we are going to do is I've got bush cucumbers, bush beans. I'm going to try growing cabbage again. We've never had luck with that. And I'm going to be putting it in my 5-gallon hydroponic pots and covering each one individually and putting them outside the garden to increase space. We grew carrots and radishes. We've only had one good carrot harvest, but we've got a different setup this year. So lots of basic stuff, but
Nice.
potatoes, onions.
Nice.
But we also have horseradish, rhubarb, garlic.
Yeah. And I would suggest going to the Farmer's Almanac, and you can find your zone there.
Yeah.
You can type in your zip code and everything, and it will pull it up for you.
And you're in the UK, if I remember correctly, so you don't have zones. But what I might suggest is going on Instagram or even YouTube. I know she has a YouTube channel. Here is her name. I'll type it in the chat. So you're in Turkey. Okay, yeah. So if you Google that name I just put in the chat, she's the one with the seed snail rolls. Perhaps she can give you some feedback.
There we go. All right, next question. You used to live corporate life. Is that correct, Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
You're from New York originally, if I'm not mistaken.
Grew up in Queens, New York.
It's awesome. I love it. So what happened that made you decide to leave corporate America to now live where you're at in the Dakotas and farm?
So it was a long journey before we got here, but Ryan and I both grew up, work, right? That was instilled in us. And I'm sorry it was, because it's not the way to live.
Yeah.
And so when he and I met and married, we lived in Connecticut. And then with his work, we moved to North Carolina. And then he had an opportunity to come here. And so we moved to South Dakota in 2020. He was out here in 2019.
Okay.
And so I had been a caregiver to my mom, who had Alzheimer's for many years before she died. And when she died, we had already started the farm. And quite honestly, it was just, I was commuting over 20 hours a week to go to Rapid City and then working 40 to 60 hours a week, doing YouTube, doing the farm, and, Ryan working as well. And we just agreed that quality of life was more important. So it just was a lot nicer for me to be home. Ryan wasn't working far from here, so he'd come home for lunch and all that. So it was just like we were able to connect, and it was just a lot. We really enjoyed it. So, but we've lived a life of being thrifty and saving and investing and saving before we do projects and all that.
Right.
And so, Ryan's in a bit of a different situation working, but again, he's got a lot more flexibility than I had.
Gotcha.
So, he may say, hey, let's go to Wyoming for the day because he's got to do something for work. And we go out there for a while and come back, so quality of life. But the homestead started in 2020 because of the shortages. And we finally had 2 acres of property.
Okay.
And decided that, because I got scared and I said, I'm not dealing with that. So we raise all our meat except for beef.
Okay. And when you raise your meat, you're talking about pork,
Pork,
chickens?
chicken, turkey, pheasant. And then, of course, we hunt. So there's venison, we have fish. And then we buy our beef locally.
That's awesome, Lisa. That's awesome.
Yeah. So what we do is we're on a model of bulking up for the summer
Mm-hmm.
and then losing weight for the winter when it comes to animals.
Okay.
So like, I think we've had over 80 or 90 animals here in the summertime, mostly birds, of course, but we have them here and then we either sell or butcher and then we move on.
Okay. So you do most of your butchering and processing during the summertime. Is that my understanding? You too, Gail?
What's that? I'm sorry.
You too? Or were you waving?
I was waving at Joe. Oh, hi, Joe. I said, hi, Joe, real.
Hey.
And I
Hey,
was
Garden
waving.
State. Hey, Joe. Wow. That's great, Lisa. But your husband still works to this day
Yes.
outside of the farm. And
Right.
but you are the worker of the farm at home.
I handle the farm.
Okay.
He's home more now, but he's still working. But he
Yeah.
has that flexibility, like I said. But the farm is all me.
I think that's great. I think I like that story, Lisa.
He's
How many
the
pigs
builder.
do you have right now?
What's that?
How many pigs do you have right now?
6.
6.
I've got 2 that are being raised for meat, and I've got my pet Norman and my boar, and then I have 2 sows.
Okay. Are you going to sell them or keep them?
Oh, no, these are all for us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. If we have piglets, we will sell those this year.
Gotcha. So I've known you for a while now, it seems like, and we've talked and everything. And I know pigs are your favorite and you love the coonies. Why? What was it that just captured your heart about them? And you said, this is the animal I'm going to put on my farm and I'm going to raise.
Well, I saw the hype about coonies and I became really interested. I ended up doing a lot of research because that's what I do before I get any animals. I'm not an impulsive buyer. Not in that regard where I come home and have nowhere to put them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do.
That's me with the chickens.
We ended up getting, for our first 2 pigs for meat, we ended up getting Mangalitsa, Duroc, and Berkshire crosses, and we adored them, and they were tasty and they were wonderful. They did a lot of damage to the land that was beneficial and not beneficial.
Okay.
So, plus they were different. So when I had an opportunity to look into coony pigs, I met somebody who graciously invited us up there to spend time with her pigs.
Nice.
And because we did, I got to hang out with them and I thought, oh my gosh, they're just like dogs. And I said, these are pigs that we can handle, meaning that they won't destroy the land as much as commercial hogs. I don't have to be afraid to go in there. Of course, they're livestock. You always have to be cautious. I want to throw that out there. But I can enjoy them and actually have a relationship with them if they're my breeders, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, the best way for me to describe their personality is the other day I went over there and there's a bunch of rocks in the back of one of our pastures and the hay is behind that in the back part. And I couldn't see one of the girls. And I just went, Fiona. And she came running up to see me, ears flopping. And they're just the most social creatures, these Kuni pigs. You can't have one. You've got to have at least two together. And they're just, they just captured my heart. I sit out in the fields with them and they lay on me. They get belly rubs. And they're just, I adore them.
That's awesome. That's
And then
awesome.
when they had piglets, oh my gosh, my favorite animals.
They're adorable. I love watching your piglets and your farm and the pigs and all of that. I have she's a top hat. Her name is Sassy, and she's like that too. She comes running. If I stand at my driveway and call out to her, she will make her little chicken noise. Like, hey, she's talking back to me. And I just think it's the sweetest thing. And I'm protective over her because she is the smaller one amongst my flocks. So
here's the drawback. I'll be honest. Here's the drawback. They stay little for a long time because they're slow growing, right? They're like 12 to 18 months. And it's really hard not to get attached to them.
I know.
So even Hank and Waylon, they're loved like everybody else here. They're treated the same. They're named. They're loved. But the reality of it is
they're going to be in your freezer.
And it's hard because they are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just hook your heart.
Yeah. That must be hard.
I bet it is.
Yeah. Where was it? What day were we talking about chickens? I'm really been considering doing my first meat birds.
Oh, when we were with Blue last week, when we had Blue on, y'all were talking about, weren't y'all talking about meat birds on last week?
Was that Monday on Earth Day?
We're all running together now. I don't know.
I know. This is my third live this week.
It's my second live. Yeah, my second live.
Well, I was with Susan this morning on the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, and when I got onto YouTube, that was the first thing I saw. I'm like, what? I'm on what today with her? And I'm like, thank God she posted that because I probably would have forgot, to be honest.
I've been late to a live before when I was supposed to be with
somebody. It happens.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking and doing my research. And I know you just got what are they called? The
American breasts.
American
the problem with meat birds is once you go Cornish cross, you never want to go back. That's the problem. And I heard somebody explain it the other day, and it really put things into perspective for me because once you have them, like I will never, ever not have chicken that I raise, first of all.
Okay.
It's that good. Like we sit there eating dinner and we're just like, Ryan will say, I don't want to go on and on about it, but oh my gosh, the chicken is amazing.
Right, right.
And so Cornish cross are very large breasted. Their meat is very tender. It is not chewy. It's not stringy. It is amazing flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing of it is they're only 6 to 8 weeks old. They're babies.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why the meat is amazing. And they're bred that way. The problem with them is you got to buy them every year. Plus, if you're like us, like I talked about earlier, when you mail order them, We ordered 50 last year. We ended up with 37. That's how much we lost mid-July from that cold snap.
Right.
Well, I don't care to have all that loss because I find that they're just really fragile, these Cornish cross, when they're little.
Okay.
Now, we prefer to buy in store for that reason. And we bought 30 and we've only lost one.
Okay.
So, but then we got the American breasts, which is, there's a lot of hype about, like there was the Cooney pig.
Right, right.
And I want to see what the hype is, but I wasn't prepared to spend all that money and have them shipped and have them die.
No, I don't blame you, because aren't they a dual purpose chicken?
They are dual
Aren't they
purpose.
layers? Because you can keep them for layers and for meat, and that's why. And there's some
Right.
other chickens out there that are dual layers too. Or
I've heard
dual
good things
purpose.
about the Delaware, but when it comes to the breasts, I never have anyone who can tell me solid information about how they taste, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Either everybody's just starting or they haven't butchered and all that. And a lot of people don't realize with the breasts, if you want to get the most delicious bird, they tell you you have to soak their food in milk.
Mm.
Well, I don't, so the reason why I'm looking into them is, number one, we would be able to breed them if we like them.
Right.
They're slower growing, so I'm hoping
Yes.
they're lighter on feed. The Cornish cross are a delicious bird, but when you raise them, they're absolutely disgusting.
That's what I've heard.
If you have a tractor and you're lucky to be able to move them every day, it's a lot easier. I don't.
Neither do I.
And the brooder, all they do is eat and poop. That's the problem. And it's a high protein feed. So we feed 24 hours a day, not the 12 on, 12 off.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
it's just a lot of feed. It's a lot of feed.
Yeah.
But it's only for 8 weeks. And then the breast is supposedly 16 weeks.
Okay.
And they're going to be a lot smaller than the Cornish cross.
Right.
But if we can tolerate the flavor, I will definitely raise them because it'll save me $100 a year buying birds.
Right. Right. Because you can keep them for eggs if you need to, or yeah.
And also, if there's less feed because they forage, good deal.
Right. Exactly. Gail,
Don't buy Royal Gray broilers.
You what, Lisa?
Don't buy Royal Gray broilers.
I will not.
They're horrid.
I will not. Gail, you have a question, or was that your question, or was it mine?
Let's see. I was going to ask her if she still had her sourdough starter going.
No.
No, yeah. How
Lisa.
about making? Have you done that in a while?
Making what?
Soap. Have you done the soap making in a while?
Nope.
I haven't done it in a couple of months, but I need to get started on doing it again.
Lisa has a great video on soap making. Very easy, very self-explanatory, just like.
She had one on the coconut oil, which I haven't tried yet, and I really do want to try that one.
Yeah.
This winter was extremely mild for us compared to other winters. Like last winter, we hibernated, and like you definitely had some downtime. This winter, we didn't have as much downtime because we ended up coming across flooring, and we redid a living room, and then we did some other things, and then we were cutting trees because it was actually mild and tolerable. So that's why I haven't done those things, because we didn't hibernate as much.
Right. Well, hey, you when you have the good weather, you get things done, and you know what I mean? You just like, yeah, I'm going to do it, because normally I'm piled in how many feet of snow you could have had, and it wasn't like that for you this year. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
I think I kind of asked you my questions in like one question. I had several questions here for you, but I think I kind of looped them together. I already talked to you about what made you move, and why you started your farm. We talked about your pigs. And here's what I want to ask you. I saw you post on Instagram. You were talking about, and these are for people who live in like microclimates where it's hard. And Lisa came across certain seeds, maybe like seeds that are for microclimates, or can you explain a little bit more about those seeds?
Yeah. So I'm drawing a blank on the name, and I just want to pull up
Sure.
fact, it's easier for me to look at
If
my
you can do
channel.
that, excuse me really quick while I need to just stir my pasta sauce really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep talking.
Okay, so I posted on Instagram and I had somebody locally say to me, well, check out Seeds Trust. They're in Colorado. They are a woman-run company. They are also a company that specializes in seed varieties that grow in short seasons. And they also are varieties that can handle dips in the temperature that we have over the warmer months.
Mhm.
And so I ordered a bunch of seeds from them to see how they go this year.
And what's the name of them again? I'm sorry.
Seeds Trust. Heirloom, woman-run company. And then I'm just, we'll see how it goes. But the cabbage is coming up.
Hey, you guys, somebody want to go grab that link and let's put it up? That would be great for anybody that may have problems growing things, huh?
I typed the name in the chat for you.
Oh, did you? Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, CB.
Hello, Huga Homestead. Welcome in.
Hey, who have we missed here? Let's go back up and welcome in some of the friends that we missed. Atonement Adventures in the UK, welcome in. Simply Jan Homestead, welcome in. Do you see anybody over there that we missed? Gail or Lisa?
No. I already said hi to Heather. I know Heather's over here.
And Anne, and yeah. Okay, I think we got everybody. Does anybody out there in the chat have any questions for Lisa? If so, put them in the comments. Gail, do you have any other questions written down?
I wanted to ask her kind of what are the basic ingredients for that seed snail thing that you did? What kind of supplies do you need for that?
So I used what I had on hand from moving. So she uses a strip of polystyrene, which is like that foamy packing material.
Yeah.
So you ever see, Gail, where they have if you go to move and they have these things they sell that you put your plates in, they're like little sleeves.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
okay. Yeah.
So I have all my packing materials. And so I went through them to see what I had, and they were made of that foam. And I split the plate one open and I cut it to the size that I wanted. And then you have wet seed starter or soil or compost, whatever's loose enough. Because I did several because I ran out. And then you pile it on there, and that's all you need. And then seeds. And it's like I had bought a couple cheap foil trays that were on clearance at the dollar store, like turkey trays, which I'll reuse for my seedlings.
Right.
And you just sit them in the tray.
Now, I'll have to go back and watch it. Did you plant the seeds once you rolled it, or did you lay them in there and then roll it? I forgot.
No, once it's rolled, I re-wet it, and then I planted the seeds in the spiral.
Okay. If you haven't checked that video out, you need to go watch Lisa do it. She's had such great success for it. It's awesome. I mean, I've seen it and I'm just really surprised. Here we go. Here's a question for you, Lisa. It comes from Atonement Adventures UK.
Okay, so the long and the short of it is I find no joy in gardening. I don't want to garden. My husband is the gardener. He got kind of frustrated and said, we're not wasting our time here. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep going. But I do love growing my own food. I'm very passionate about it. And I also love to harvest. So that's what drives me to garden, to harvest, not because I sit there and go, oh, I love it. I sit there, I have to water my tomatoes, and my husband laughs because I'm like, I have to water these stupid things again. But I want the tomatoes.
I don't always love watering either. That's not my favorite part.
No.
Yeah. hardening off
The dirt part.
is not my favorite thing. Like,
No, I don't like that.
I let my plants dry out because look, you need to survive here. I ain't got time to baby you.
I know.
But seriously, that's me. I don't sit there and enjoy it, but I am a firm believer in growing your own food, whether you love it or not. And that is what you need to do. And so that's what I do. So I do garden, and then I found it challenging and hard the first 5 years. I mean, I've gardened before, but it was a heck of a lot easier on the East Coast.
Right.
Um,
It is.
you toss a seed in the ground is fertile and it takes off. I don't even have to do anything. Here I've got to start seeds in February, which means I'm going to be gardening forever. And so it's a lot, and so I didn't find it hard, but I guess I found I have my father's green thumb, even though
You don't want it.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too is that it's just, I never gave up. I just keep doing it.
Mhm.
Because again, the drive is there to do my food, and that's what's important to me. So, at the end, I think we grew 120 something pounds of food here last year of produce.
That's awesome, Lisa. I'm going to weigh mine this year.
I'm definitely weighing mine again because I've doubled everything that I can. So, and Joe asked about Swiss chard.
Yeah, I was going to bring that question up next.
I still grow Swiss chard. It just has not done well unless it's in the greenhouse. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room in the greenhouse because it's reserved for the tomatoes. So, but the best way to prepare it is in a pan with rendered lard and some balsamic vinegar.
Sounds good.
It's like collard greens, kind of, or no? Or
Yeah, it's like a green leafy, like collard greens or spinach.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna answer next. What is Swiss chard? I'll show you a picture of it because I just happened to pull it up here.
I have some growing in my seed trays right now.
It's just a leafy green.
Yep.
Like that you can use in a mixture of different things.
I do need to add more greenhouses. We have an outside garden. We have raised beds. In fact, my husband perused the auctions yesterday, and we have more stock tanks we bought to add more garden beds.
That's awesome. I have to get some more raised beds myself. Here's a question. I mean, I know the answer, but the people may not. Lisa, what is your favorite crafting hobby to do if you have one?
I like to collect everything to craft.
and then leave it sitting there like
yeah. Now I'm in my craft room. You can't see it because I have the fake piano up, but I like to crochet and I like to knit now. Knitting I'm not as much of a fan of now, even though I've accomplished 2 hats, because I'm not having luck with my theory on making a block quilt. But I like to do all kinds of fiber arts. I like to do soap. I like to do a lot of things. But again, I only have a chance to do them in the wintertime usually.
Right. I like to do a lot of things too.
I'm cleaning out my craft room now so that I can craft in the fall and winter when it's colder outside. So that's
Gail, I will tell you this. One thing that I learned when we decluttered this year was we spent the money on shelving for closets. They were on sale. We took the hit and bought the shelving. And I have to tell you, it's made a huge difference. The closets are all still clean. The craft room, aside from the mess on either side of my computer, everything's on the shelves where it belongs. And it's not become a dumping ground like it was.
Isn't that amazing how that happens?
We had Nisi come visit last summer, and we were in a crunch time for trying to get everything clean. So we ended up throwing ministry stuff in there, and it just kept getting thrown in there to where I couldn't even walk in there to get an envelope to mail things. Seriously. So first I cleared the path to the closet. Then I cleared cleaned the closet and made it all ministry. I took all the craft stuff out. So now I have to do what you say, get the shelves to organize the craft stuff outside of the closet, because the ministry is the closet. And then that wall right next to it, hubby put up hangers so I could put up the bags that I'm giving away there.
Nice.
He made a thing where I could hang all the bags to keep them out of the way of the closet so that I could load the bags in there. But anyway, it's hot. It feels so great to have my ministry stuff organized and in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it right, Gail. You did it right. I mean, you didn't even have to buy shelves. We ended up buying them because what we figured was the kind that we bought could be used to store food on if we decided,
Right.
I'm done with my craft room. We bought heavy duty ones. So, but I love what you're saying about, making the time to get stuff done, because it's just such a good feeling to do all that stuff.
Oh man, it's a weight off. I can go in there today. I wanted to go ahead and get ready. The gift card that I'm going to give away at Heather's giveaway, I wanted to go ahead and get that ready so I could go in there and I could dig the drawer, find the cards, the blank cards, fill it out, put my little address label. Everything's just because all my mailing stuff is in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And so now everything is so organized and it just feels so good. I mean, I'm not done with the crafting side, but I finished the ministry closet. Like I finished all of that. So I have some more work to do, but there was one table in there that had legs on it and you couldn't really store anything underneath it. So I told hubby, I want that gone, because I need to use every available space and I can't have something with dead space underneath, because I need to be able to put ministry or craft stuff underneath whatever table or whatever I get. I can't have that dead space thing. Everything's got to have a purpose.
Right. Let's welcome in Ashley's Tolman.
Hello.
Ashley was from Blues Channel. He was with us last week. He's the one who told the joke about why men's feet are larger than women's feet.
Oh man, that joke was so funny.
We will never forget you, Ashley.
It was so funny and sexy.
The joke was, why are women's feet smaller than men's feet? Because women's feet can get closer to the dishes.
I was like, both of us were like, he's like, I'm sorry. We're like, it was funny. It made us laugh.
It was cute because so Gail and I, we do, and if you want to stay 2 hours and you have the time, you're more than welcome to, Lisa. But we do, usually we do a 2-hour chat and we tell just stupid, funny jokes to just lighten up the chat, and we do a shout out of channels, that maybe just just found that we like and stuff, and then we go in and
as organized as you and Tammy are. That's what we're trying. We're trying to be organized like you guys, like y'all's.
Like we're trying to have subjects each week, and so we've been talking about pantry and stocking the pantry and what essential items should you have on hand at all times for you to be able to do things. And I'm a big believer now in learning as many skills as possible, and especially those without power that doesn't require any electricity. What do I need to learn how to do? And just FYI, I have 3 sourdough starters in my refrigerator from the one.
Ooh, that's impressive.
I know. I look, I'll take care of my pigs and my chickens every day and my dog, but the sourdough starter just kind of cramps my style.
I know,
it's so easy. You guys really,
it is.
I mean, when they did this, I just remember just going, I don't think I can do this. This is really over my head. It seems so complicated. It is the easiest thing to ever do. And
it is.
Lisa and Tammy got me totally hooked on it. And I don't even make like the round, crusty, hard. I make the sourdough sandwich bread that's soft. I did 2 this morning.
Nice.
I actually made some bread in the bread machine. We have bread machine from his grandmother. So it's really old, but it still works.
That's
He
awesome.
got in here over the weekend because he knows I've been, stressed out about losing my pet. And he got in here and he made a loaf of bread for me. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love it. Big old chunk of bread, put some butter on it, melt it in the microwave for like a minute. Oh man, that's the best.
My
Well,
sister,
see, that's why I don't make bread all the time, because this is what ends up happening. We end up eating more bread
Oh,
than we need to
That was
eat.
the
And that's why I don't bake, because we don't need to be eating all that stuff.
I know.
freeze
That's the
it.
thing. We
You
don't
freeze
have
it. What you do is you
much
freeze it for future.
I got in there one day. I was stressed out about losing my pet. I got in there and I made some cookie bars because there's no snacks in this house. The only snacks in this whole house is in the ministry closet for them. There's nothing in the cabinets in here. So I
Right.
had to make cookie bars to be able to even have a snack. But I was just really stressed out that day. And I was like, there's not even anything. And I was stress eating. And I know I shouldn't be, but I was just really upset. And I was like, I can't even have a snack in this house. There's nothing in here. So I had to make cookie bars just to.
Well, my nice fresh sourdough bread is going to go perfect with the gluten-free pasta we're having tonight.
Nice.
I
Nice.
can't
I've actually had multiple people tell me that they like the way you and Tammy do your lives. So there's your compliment.
Well, thank you.
What
Thank
did that?
you.
What was that?
I've told her there's multiple people that have told me they like the structure of the way that Tammy and Lisa do their live. So
Oh,
that's
yeah, yeah.
really cool.
I want to answer. I appreciate
Tammy.
that, and I want to come back to that. But
Speaking of Mountain Grandma,
I wanted to answer a question for Allotment Adventure UK.
yes.
I don't want to forget. That's why. So rhubarb, the leaves are poisonous. You don't want to eat them. So, but what you're going to do is you're going to twist the stalk at the bottom to harvest it. And then you're going to cut below the leaf. So you're actually going to have like a piece of like celery looking stalk. And then what I do is I cut the ends off and then I chop it up into, tinier pieces. And then I wash it and I freeze them. But I don't eat the leaves. It's not something that I care to do, but I just wanted to let you know that. But yes, me and Tammy make a good team.
Yeah.
So I
And
appreciate
you can
you.
compost those leaves because some of them are really big. And if you want a really good recipe, I think it was last night. If you guys have not watched, I really like her. She's a German lady. She has a home. It's called the Gabled Home, and she literally just harvested her. She shows you her rhubarb from her garden, and takes it in the house and shows you the German dishes that she makes with it. Some of it was the jelly and something else. So
I want to try rhubarb. I've never tried it before.
I love strawberry rhubarb pie. That is one of my
It's
favorites.
on my list. If someone ever sends me seed, I'll grow it. But so far, I haven't received any seeds, or seen it really. It's not common.
I just made rhubarb dream bars. Ryan's grandmother used to.
Yeah, but you don't have the recipe for that.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
I have the recipe. I just don't have a video.
Oh, okay.
Because when I'm on Mountain Grandma's live,
So you're going to do a video on that, right?
What's that?
You're going to do a video on that.
Exactly.
Is it like a cookie bar? Like I was talking about cookie bars. Is it kind of like a cookie bar? You said bars. That's why I said that.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So it's got a crust on the bottom, and then it's got a gooey and rhubarby stuff on the top.
Look at this. I make bread every 2 days.
Good for you.
I make it once a week, but mind you, I did 2 loaves, and then one will be frozen, and then one will eat now. Or I just may leave them all out because sometimes I'll make French toast in the morning. Tonight we'll be eating some with our supper. So
yeah. Tonight I'm making my pizza for Heather's collab, my pizza party collab that she's doing. I'm doing my pizza tonight, finally getting that done.
good for you. Good for you.
Nice.
I haven't made pizza in a while. Let me tell you, my son ordered pizza, and I know I'm not supposed to be eating pizza. And let me just tell you, I divulged the pizza the other night, and I went to bed at 8:30. I was not feeling well, and that's my own fault.
So you threw up?
No, I just was not well.
Oh, okay.
I was just sick.
Said divulge. I didn't know if that was your way of saying you.
Oh, devoured. I meant I devoured it. Like I couldn't. Like it was so darn good. And I knew that I was going to pay the price for it, but
Yeah.
I have to. I guess I need to make a gluten-free one. Then I could do it. Pizza.
Yeah, I'm going to do mine with cauliflower crust.
Yeah, I have that in my refrigerator, my freezer, to make the cauliflower rice to try and use to turn it into something. And it's so funny because like the sourdough doesn't bother me, but pizza dough, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I just cannot eat it. And I never used to be that way until I had Lyme disease. So
I have to plug in here. Hold on.
Yep. All right, what did we miss here? I make bird baths with the leaves and cement.
Hey, you guys share this out on your community tab, whichever chat you're in, to help us get a few more people in, because Tina and I are both working on our watch hours.
Yeah, and also give it a thumbs up. Are you streaming this to your channel, Lisa?
No.
Oh, you could have.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, I'm up in the corner. I don't know if you can see it. You can say stream to your channel in the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll send
your
everybody
channel.
your way.
Thanks, Tammy.
I usually only do that with this channel. If I go on somebody else that has that, I don't do it for Gail Southern Living, because then I feel like my attention's split trying to pay attention to my group too.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you have any other questions for Lisa?
Let's see. I wrote down a couple of things. I watched some videos today so I would know what to ask her. I noticed that you were cutting down all your trees, and you live, quite a bit more country than we do. We're like in a small city. What we did for our privacy, we put that fence around the yard, and it was because we had dogs digging in the garden. And so we did it for that, but also to protect our chickens.
Yeah.
Predators and stuff like that. And since the raccoon incident, we haven't had any more problems with the chickens. So we're good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Maybe go around and just kind of inspect everything and make sure, because one of our brand new chicken coops that we bought with the insurance money after we had the damage, there's a crack. So I don't know if it's like a piece of hail or I don't know what hit there, but I was going to bring that to his attention to make sure that wasn't a spot that they could get into or whatever. So I'm going to bring that to his attention. I probably need to at least put a brick over it until he gets that figured out or looked at.
Yeah.
So
I just had my other question for you, and it really just left, Lisa. So give me a minute; it will come back.
I noticed your scallop potatoes video. That looked really interesting.
Yes.
On your Marchant C24, where you use the Augustin Farms dehydrated potatoes. That would be really cool. I need to check out that video and do that because I love like scallop potatoes. What did you do? Did you put cheese in it?
No. So cheese would make it au gratin. So you can make scallop potatoes as is, and that came with oh gosh, what the heck was in there? Oh, it was milk powder and a few other things, and then so that recipe was scallop potatoes. But if you took that jar and you added cheese powder to it as well,
right?
I think I put it in the bottom of the video, the recipe that I got it from. But what I did was, I have a 10-pound can of cheese powder. I wasn't opening it for one thing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
So what I did was I had a block of cheese here. And when I made it another time, I made the scallop potatoes and I shredded cheese on top, and it made it au gratin.
You did it as you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would
want to do that.
The Augustin Farm sliced dehydrated potatoes are often on sale, and that's the only time I will buy them. And they were actually on sale when I did that video, and I had put a link, like an affiliate link there, because you use those 2 cans so quick filling up jars. Whereas like the cheese powder is a 10-pound can, you're not going to. So I'd rather leave it sealed.
Right.
either if I'm going to use it all by putting it in bags or jars, or I'm going to leave it as is until I need it.
It's the one thing that I didn't get to preserving this year. It was on my list was to dehydrate potatoes this year, and I didn't get to it. Or last year. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So it is on my list to do for this season for that specific reason to have them. I thought it was just, and what a great gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you give a, I know you like if you give a gift, I mean, what better way? Last year, Lisa did for my collaboration. She made sausage, and she gave it as Christmas gifts. And what a great gift to give something like a homegrown meat and homegrown potato, like in those jars. They're just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the harvest right the other day.
Even if you're not canning something, even if you just put it into the mason jar and seal it up, you're still preserving it to last longer.
Yeah. Welcome in. Kevin from Tuber Chat is here. Thank you.
We went to somebody's house on Christmas Day, and I brought them cranberry juice that I had canned, one of our whole chickens, some of the sausage, and at least then you're giving somebody something that you've raised or something that you've hunted and you've made, which has a lot more meaning to it.
I think so too, and I think that's a perfect gift because
Tuber Chat.
Because the like I still have grape juice and I still have cranberry juice here on my pantry. I don't make a lot of it because it takes sugar, and that's we try to not have so much.
I know
sugar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not make near enough of it, and I should have.
Because you couldn't find cranberries.
Yeah, I think I don't remember how many I made, but I mean, I'm going to do the same with some grapes, I think.
Yeah. Do you know how many bags of cranberries are in my freezer right now? You don't want to know.
I don't want to know because I'm jealous.
You don't want to know. And I'm thinking, I think I'm going to do like a cranberry. I want to utilize them. So maybe a cranberry jam or a cranberry orange jam or something like that, or marmalade, something like that. So,
or cranberry chutney or salsa.
Exactly. Something different,
Absolutely.
So do you have a list this year of things that you plan on canning and preserving for your home?
No, because it depends on the harvest.
Okay.
So if last year I grew, I don't know, 38, 39 pounds of tomatoes, and I want to double that this year is my goal. I don't know that it's going to happen because I really am tight for space in the greenhouses.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is we not only do we use our harvest, but I've since opened my mind to buying cases of produce.
Yeah.
From our bulk order.
Yes.
I can tell you that I will not be canning carrots this year because I do not care for them.
Yep.
And I actually don't like canned potatoes either.
I love canned potatoes.
I think I'm going to freeze dry them instead.
Okay.
I find canned food to be way too mushy for my liking.
I see.
So
the canned potatoes, Lisa, I didn't put water in it like the directions said to. And that made a huge difference. My potatoes are pretty solid. They're not mushy at all.
What liquid did you put in there?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. I added the little bit of salt in there that it calls for, but because I've learned that when you're putting them in the canner, I mean, they're essentially cooking. So why am I going to add more water to it to make it even more mushy?
Okay. I thought the water was necessary.
Juice. Huh?
I thought the water was necessary.
No, I don't think I didn't do it. It makes its own juice in the pressure canner.
Huh.
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the water inside the potato comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it makes its own juice. So it like chicken, you don't add water to chicken because when you cook it, it makes its own juice. So yeah. Okay. So the potatoes are much harder, but I understand the mushiness. So
yeah, I don't the carrots. I am not picky at all. I will eat anything, and I pile my husband with almost a quart of carrots and let him have at it because I'm like,
right.
I quick choke him down like a kid. But I will say this. So a lot of things that we've done we really like blanched and frozen vegetables.
Me too.
So like we have green beans from last year that taste just as fresh. And so I'm going to do that with carrots. My potatoes will go in the freeze dryer.
Nice.
Or my husband will get some canned because he likes canned food. But we do corn and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I still have a ton of corn that I have blanched and froze because my goal was to, put it in soup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't can the soup this year, but it's there and we've eaten it and it's tastes just like it came off the cob.
I know.
So I'm okay with that too. Some of my green beans were from like 2 years ago. Started getting some ice in the bags, and I had taken those and just, thanks, Heather. Have a good day. I took those and just tossed them out to the chickens. Let them have some extra food there.
Yep.
So I
We
don't
vac
throw
sealed
it
ours.
away. Like if it's going bad, I'll go give it to my chickens because at least it'll come back in an egg, right?
Yeah, we blanch and freeze, and then if like the seal breaks or something, we'll do that. But we blanch, freeze, and overnight, and then vacuum seal.
Yes.
So that way we don't get the freezer burn.
Yeah, I love my vacuum seal, and I've been doing Mylar bags. So I've dehydrated like a year's worth of onions, and they're my Mylar bags from last year. And I've touched maybe 1 or 2 bags, and I'm just going to let them be because I don't need to open them right now.
Yep.
I have to decide. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Gail.
Oh, I have to decide what I'm going to do for the May It Last collab that's coming up. But it'll probably be the same things I always do because I pretty much grow the things I like. So it's going to be the same every year.
Right.
Yep.
I still have peppers in my freezer to use, jalapenos and cayenne peppers and stuff. And I'm trying to figure out, maybe I'll just put it together and make it hot sauce and get creative, right?
Oh, yeah.
What were you going to say a while ago, Lisa? Sorry.
I was going to say, we often freeze dry, whether you're freeze drying or dehydrating, it doesn't matter. But we freeze dry onions. So we get like Vidalia onions on sale. Or our harvest, and we do that. And what we end up doing is putting them in smaller bags. And what I like about it is we always have celery, carrots, and onions on hand freeze dried.
Nice.
And it just makes it easier to make broth and stuff like that. Living in a rural town, it's expensive to shop locally, even though I am a proponent of shopping locally. Our little grocery store is super expensive. And so it's just nice to have all that stuff on hand and not have to run for one onion.
Right.
Yeah.
We were talking about freeze dryers the other day, Gail and I were. And I think I've even told Lisa, and as I told Gail, I just, at this point in time, I can't justify spending $2,500.
Yeah, I'd like one.
I mean, do I want one? Yes. That's why I enter their contest every month, but I have a nice dehydrator that works for what I use it for right now. And so I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
That is not great.
So
I have mine running right now with eggs, scrambled eggs, because I had like yesterday, I processed 162 eggs.
I saw, Lisa. Yeah. Nobody's buying them from you?
There was a layoff in town, and so we've lost a lot of customers from that company.
I'm sorry.
So thank you, but we'll let our flock die down and diminish, and we won't add any more. But for right now, I mean, I'm getting 24 or more eggs a day.
Oh, I wish that was me, but I don't have enough hens anymore. And 3 of my ladies are older, so they lay whenever they feel like it. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few older ones too. I think we have about 5, maybe. We have about 5 that are older.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have some eggs that aren't to their full size yet because they're newer laying hens. So, hello, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Welcome in.
Hola, Maritza.
I mean, I bought the freeze dryer when I was working. We saved up for it, and
Yeah.
The reason why we bought it was to be able to preserve our harvests and not just canning, to preserve it for longer
Exactly.
term.
Yeah.
And so it's worked really well for us, but it's a major investment.
It is.
But we can justify it because we use it. We ended up I did all my potatoes, I did all my onions. I've done tomato powder, like the skins from my stuff in there.
Yes.
I've got all these eggs. This is my second batch
That's
of,
awesome.
I think there's about 100 eggs in there.
Wow. That's awesome.
Scrambled eggs. So I cook them up, and then I'm going to do raw eggs as well for when we don't have any. But for me, it's set it and forget it. We just used potatoes from 2 years ago, and they taste like they just came out of the dirt.
That's awesome.
That's good.
And it's like, we're talking about easy. I've got mashed potatoes in a jar. I add a little bit of water, and I can microwave it or heat it up on the stove, or I could use boiling water, and there's my mashed potatoes.
That's
And they're
awesome.
real. They're real
Yeah.
food made convenient.
Do you ever just freeze dry whole meals or leftovers?
I've done leftovers, yep. And I've done meals in a jar. That was why I did the scallop potatoes for people who don't have freeze dryers, so that they can know that they can buy food, even though those potato slices were dehydrated. You can buy freeze dried ones as well. And the only difference between freeze dried and dehydrated that I found is that, well, the main difference is water. Freeze dried, you use less water than you would with a dehydrated.
Okay. Yeah. See, and for that reason, like just hearing everything that you're doing is why I want one.
Right.
Somewhere, maybe one day. And just, you never want. Hey, Joe, Grow Big TV, welcome in.
That's on my list. Hi, Joe.
I loved your chat last night with Gary, but I'm a big fan of Gary. We already talked about him, but yeah.
And the people that there are people on Facebook, and I'm not a fan of Facebook, but there's groups on there, and people have them running 24/7.
I know.
I don't do that. But I love the fact that I could just fill 4 trays, set it and forget it, and we're good to go.
Right. Right. See, maybe one day. I have other projects that need to get taken first.
That's the thing, it's what your priorities are and what you have to take care of, and there's a lot of factors.
There is.
I mean, if I wasn't, when I was working, I could do it. I can't do it now.
Yeah. Do you want to stick around as we head into our next segment, Lisa, or do you need to go? Or
I could stick around for about 10-15 more minutes.
Okay, we're going to have some fun. Do you guys have any other questions for Lisa? Otherwise, I think Gail and I may head into our funny jokes.
Could I just, does your sister know how we got our name?
No. Sherry, do you know how Lisa got Yogi Hollow Farm?
So tell us the story.
Well,
So listen to Lisa share. Lisa, how did you get the name of your farm?
I just wanted to share it because of what she had been through. So we got Yogi, an old English bulldog that was an owner surrender in 2009. I grew up in Queens, and dogs were nasty to me. Not a dog lover because I was used to junkyard dogs.
Yeah.
And mean and all that stuff. Fast forward, I softened up. My husband wanted a dog. I found this dog, and we adopted him. Yogi became my dog, even though he was a family dog. And he just really went through us with life. We ended up losing him in 2019. He was almost 15 years old, which is unheard of for a bulldog.
Yeah.
And we had to put him down, sadly. But it was time. But it is named after him.
Oh, I love that story. Isn't that just precious?
So something good came out.
I know my sister's there. She may be pouring candles.
Yeah.
I've heard of people like naming a section of their garden or a tree or something, doing something special for their pet. So I thought about doing that for my curly Sue. I just have to think of what I want to do, like plant a fruit tree, or I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but I want to do something like that too. Because I noticed your sister Cher does a lot of that stuff. She has a lot of different things for her past pets that she had.
I can tell you that
Yes,
he was
she does.
cremated, and this may sound morbid to other people, but
No.
he was cremated. He's in a beautiful, beautiful box. He passed away in my lap in our home, and his leash, not his leash, I'm sorry, his collar is on his box next to my bed on my side.
There is nothing wrong with Sherry. Sherry, send me a picture of your stuff, please. And I'll pull it up for Lisa. It's not.
Yep. So
it's
everybody
not.
does their thing.
No.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm actually the one that found Curly Sue dead. And I was
I know.
I was at home by myself, and she died on the steps. And I think she was probably coming to see me, and it was awful. And I just went outside and started crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Gail. I'm so sorry. Let's tell a joke to lighten up the mood.
You go first, 'cause I'm still.
I'm going to go first. This one will get you good.
Thank you.
What did the chief do when he lost an eye? What did the chief do when he lost an eye? He became a chef.
I had to think about that one for a second.
I know. I wish we could just like hug Gail right now.
I know.
I know. Do you want to do one, Gail? Or can you do one?
What did the zebra say the first time? Oh, okay. Let me start over. What did the zebra say the first time he saw a piano? Dad. I'm sorry. I saw that and I just thought it was kind of funny. Dad, question mark. Oh my goodness. Dad.
That was funny. Why did the chef take the meat to the doctors? To be cured.
That's cute. Let's see. How do you get a squirrel to like you? Act a little nuts. That one comes naturally because I am a little nuts. I just keep reading through them until I find one that makes me kind of laugh. And so I figure, what do you call a bagel that is mastered yoga? Okay, Joe, what do you call a bagel that has mastered yoga? Joe's got a joke.
Why does that not surprise me?
A pretzel. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That's so funny. That is so funny. How do horses order their food? A la carte.
A la carte. Oh my. Oh, that's good.
I'm sorry, but they're supposed to make you laugh and just have some fun. And my pen doesn't want to work now. And I'm just
Make me go.
I still laugh at I just flew in from Chicago and boy are my arms tired. Dumbest joke ever, but I laugh like heck and always get a mental picture.
Okay. Morning talk show host Rick Dees in the morning in California on Kiss FM. Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was dead.
Sorry.
I think I read that one this morning too. And I was like, I don't know if they'll get it. I don't know if I should write that one or not. There was actually one that was a little racy. I thought, no, I don't think that's the right.
Yeah, there are some that I had come across. Yes, Sherry, just send me everything the way you have it displayed. I want to show Lisa.
What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament?
Far away.
Live stream.
Oh my gosh. How do chefs take their cooking instructions? with a pinch of salt. Hey, Danny from Wicked Gardener, Wicked Awesome Gardener, welcome in. I met her at HOA in the fall. She was there. I watched her video today. She is gardening, starting to garden. She's very excited about it with her new goats and stuff. So
That's awesome.
Hey, I got a dad joke.
oh, yes.
Which bear is the most condescending?
The baby bear.
A panda.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Why did Mozart kill all of his chickens? When he asked them to name the world's best composer, they said, Bach, Bach, Bach.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Danny at Wicked Gardening says, Black Eyed Peas may be able to sing us a song, but the chickpeas can hum us one.
Good one.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Those were our, well, I mean, we could probably sit here and tell jokes all afternoon, right?
That's my 4 that I wrote down.
That's my 4 that I wrote down. I got some channels to give a shout out, and I learned this one from Susan over at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Guys, I'm serious. Go show this person some love. Go subscribe. It's called 6 Acre Farm, and they are a rescue farm, and they take in all animals.
Oh, Linda.
And it is an amazing, amazing channel on what they do over there. Go check them out. Go subscribe. And I mean, she does accept donations and stuff. But yeah, they are a rescue farm of animals. And that got my heart.
Yeah. It's so funny how you're on YouTube for a while and you kind of lose track of channels, not really on purpose. But she's one of those, like, I followed her pretty good. And then I don't know what happened.
Hey, have a good evening too, Atonement Adventure UK. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. I'm glad we could make you laugh before you go to sleep.
6 Acres Farm and Rescue.
The link to what?
Look it up. The 6, the number 6. She's talking about that channel you just called out. 6.
Oh yeah, it's called 6 Acres, 6 Acre Farm. Yeah, sure. I'll type it.
One of my shout outs is for Lori's World. She's at 730 subscribers. She does gardening and cooking on her channel, and she lives over there in Canada. Really cool.
Thank you. We're glad you found us too.
Been friends with Lori for about 3.5 years, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Super sweet lady.
My next shout out goes to Victoria G. She is always in our chats. She is working on her channel. Give her some love. She loves the outdoors. She has some really great videos of insects and just nature in itself. And I've just enjoyed her channel. So go check Victoria G out. There are a couple of them, but you'll know when you hit the right video. Have a good night, Atonement Adventure UK. Thanks for joining us, nutty ladies, here today. We appreciate you. We're glad you found us too. Happy for you to be a part of us here.
Trying to see if I can find that channel. Okay, there they are. Oh, they don't spell it out. It's actually the word 6. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay, so can we just pause? This is Sherry. How many pictures did you send me? Okay, so there's one of my sisters. That's the ashes, the collar, and everything.
Beautiful.
Then this is Tella. This is Tella that just passed away on Christmas. They had to put her down.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And this is the one that she makes the candles in memory of. And that is one of her candles there that she has made. Let me see.
Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, no. Okay, here's some more. I'm not kidding you. This is a group of her dogs. That is, the golden retriever is Summer.
Uh-huh.
Is that Max, the German Shepherd? And I can't see the center one,
Aw,
but those are her. She has them all displayed.
nice.
Yeah. So there, that's how she has them.
I love it. She
Here,
said
you
Bella.
share first. Bella. Bella.
Wonderful.
Go
Thank you
ahead.
for sharing.
Yep.
I got 6 Acres Farm link in there. I
Oh,
also
thank
wanted to
you.
do a shout out for the Bud Files.
Yeah.
They have about 1,880 subscribers. They do a lot of like traveling. They visit like forts and things like that. And they're part of the Tumor Chat community is what I call them. Yeah, but they're very supportive. They put lots of comments on my videos, both channels. Very supportive. If you're looking for a good supporter, check out the Bud Files, and I'll try to put their link up too. I don't
That
know
was
how to
part of my
find.
homework.
I don't know how to find Victoria G. You'll have to do that one.
I will
I
do
didn't
that
have-
one. Yeah.
I didn't have any luck with that. When I pulled that up, everything in the world came up.
I'm trying to find this one so I can post. This next one, they have about 329 subscribers, friends, and it's called Love the Land Homestead. Go check them out, show them some love. She does some crocheting and crafting, a crafting thing. So yeah, grocery hauls, that type of stuff. You might want to go check her out, help her channel out, and show her some love. Tell her that Gail and I sent her over.
Did you say Love the Land Homestead?
Yeah, she's also part of the Friendship Fridays collab that Angela and Renee
Yeah,
are
I
doing.
think
for
she's in
Pipe
this
Creek Farm.
Revival Seeds collaboration too. I think I saw.
I will find 6 Acre Farms for you.
This was Yogi.
Oh, hi, Yogi. Oh, it's so amazing how animals stick with our hearts, right?
Yeah, so true. So true.
Let me see. I know sometimes finding these
You got 6
places,
Acre Family Farm in there if you guys are looking for that one.
I think this
I
is
don't
it
know
here.
if they could see my side of the chat though,
If they're on your channel, then they can see your chat.
but they can't. Can they see if I put a comment? Can they see it?
Yeah, down there they should be able to see it. Absolutely. So
Yeah, I've
yeah.
noticed when I've commented, it's gone in both chats. I don't.
Yep. So 6 Acre Farm is 843 subscribers. I believe that this is the right one.
Yeah, I put it in there, but I don't.
Did you find it?
I don't know if everybody. Yeah, it's 6 spelled out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll go to their
6 Acre
page.
Farm, the Bud Files, and Love the Land Homestead.
This is what their page looks like, friends. Their picture. Whoops.
Mhm.
Has a little red truck on it.
Nice.
6 Acres Farm. So
Hey, Gwen.
Hello, Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hello.
are you typing the link in there? Did you put a link in there for Love the Land Homestead?
I did.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Okay.
I did that one.
And I don't know anything much about this channel, but they were new. It's called the Family Expedition. Both Gail and I saw that and said there was something about them that both, I don't know. We both said, hey, we need to give them a shout out. So
Yeah.
we split the names up. No, not the vehicle people.
That were in the chat. Yeah.
Family Expedition.
Yeah. There was something about them the other day on a chat.
They were
But
in our chat last week, I think is what it was.
It was that or Monday. It's all running together, to be honest with you.
It was Wednesday. It was on ours.
Okay. Big Family Expedition. I'm sorry. Big Family Expedition, because I can't read my own writing here, friends. Sorry about that.
Family.
Oh, good. I'm glad you found it. Yep. Bud Files are really great. Oh,
They-
look, they're here. Bud Files is here.
We just gave you a shout out. The
Yeah.
Butterflies.
Lisa, do you have any channels that you would like to give a shout out off the top of your head?
Well, you two ladies are those right there.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Make sure you go
Um,
to Lisa's channel, Yogi Hollow Farm, guys. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe, watch her videos. She's great. She's great.
Broke Cowgirl, if you like goats and all sorts of things. What I love about Gwen is she's no nonsense. She just does it.
She
But she's
just
got
broke
such
out.
a
She's in the chat. She's right here.
yep,
Let me pull.
sweetheart of a lady and good friend, and she's just awesome.
Okay. There you have
Let me
it.
see. Obviously, Mountain Grandma.
Mountain Grandma.
Mountain
Tammy.
Grandma.
Tammy, absolutely. Thanks, Gwen, for being here.
I don't get on and watch a lot these days, but one of the weird things that I like to watch is like stuff that comes up for you, like I don't know what I had. Somebody was in a van in a blizzard surviving, and I thought it was really cool. People who live it out of their vans and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of people doing that. Like, well, I mean,
Very
they
creative.
can't afford to go buy or rent a place. It's so ridiculous.
But it's also very dangerous because I've watched a lot of them where, women are living out of their van
I
and
have to.
finding places to park and people showing up and breaking in and all that. So there's some reality there.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's all I have because I spend a lot more time on Instagram.
Yeah, I do. Well,
Because I have the time for it because it's quick.
Right.
Because one of the things we do on our account there is a lot of education, right? We do fun stuff, but like people reach out to me and we have conversations about, hey, this is wrong with my pig. What do I do? Kind of thing.
What? How many? If you guys are on Instagram, we should all connect and just help support each other over there as well.
Yeah,
it's another great way to support. I know I'm connected to Gail and to Lisa and the Susan at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. We're connected.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on IG more than Facebook. I have to be on Facebook though for a couple of reasons, but I'm not on there very often.
Mostly for sharing videos out. I use it for a sharing platform. Is what I use.
Sharing platform, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have another shout out. This was recommended by the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Susan, the Venerable Owl, and they only have 72 friends on their channel, and they're a prepping channel, and their videos are pretty informative. And I did go ahead and get their link to pop into the chat. But it's over here on my side, so I don't know if everybody can see it. But
nope, it shows up in the chat.
Yeah.
I see it.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome.
I was looking up a name for you and the volume went up all of a sudden.
That's okay.
I like to find some of these little small channels who are just starting under 100 subscribers that need help because, we all started somewhere and try to help some of these channels. Yeah. I don't know that much about her. Brand new, just found her this morning and added her to my list just to help her out a bit.
Danny, I don't know. I'm not monetized on Instagram. I think a lot of it has to be 10,000 subscribers or above, but I don't do it for the monetization. My YouTube is monetized and it doesn't make me a thing really. So I think we get paid twice a year on YouTube and it's a very small amount.
If you're looking for another place, I'll be honest with you. I've been posting videos up on Rumble. And you don't have to have a minimum like subscriber or watch hours. And, I post and I make a few cents.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, and I let it sit there. So it's a fairly quick way to get some money, but it just depends on how much you post over there as well.
Yeah, Rumble's also a little bit more lenient if you have some controversial subjects. They're a little bit more lenient on that. And our church is going to start using Rumble to post the
Nice.
lines and stuff like that. So
Sure.
I have just like I have one video and one short on there. That's all I have so far.
Yeah.
But
I have
everybody
several
I know
videos.
making money instantly on there. It's not a lot.
I think it's
but
like 46 cents right now
it's
that I
like
have
right
sitting
away.
there.
It's right away. It's not
Mhm.
it's not a lot, but it's like right now,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just on advertisements, and it
does
picks
have-
up and it
yeah.
tells you. So the more that I can put over there, I just take my videos from here that I've already uploaded and just put them over there and see what they do.
Yep.
No
Makes
big deal.
sense.
But Lisa is the first person I did my live. Lisa invited me to her channel for the very first time. That was a good year ago, wasn't it, Lisa?
Like your first
Yeah.
interview.
My first live ever interview was with Lisa.
It seemed like I remember that too.
Yeah. And I can remember there was a day on Instagram where I was just trying to build my channel and Lisa shared out like, hey, help my friend out. She helped me get to my first 500 subscribers. And
Yay.
now I'm working towards 1,000. Isn't that funny?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
Yeah, I mean, our Instagram, I'm a little blown away by it because we're up to almost 3,750.
that's awesome, Lisa.
I don't know where people are coming from.
Yeah.
I think
I don't do
yeah.
anything on Facebook and it's almost 700. And like we're talking, we went from 300 to 700 in a short amount of time. And I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Because Facebook I only have for business and
Because
I'm
it's
actually
connected.
considering deleting it.
My
IG
Facebook
and
is
Facebook is one and the same.
It's actually under Gail's Southern Living. It doesn't even have my name on it. I don't post any names of family members or anything. I post pictures occasionally, but mostly I use it just as a platform to share videos. I have like 3,500 people, complete strangers.
So Danny, you're monetized on Facebook.
And
I
mostly
got
women too, because I kept getting weird. I don't want to get weird messages from guys, so most of my friends are all women. So it's a great place to go and share YouTube videos of my friends. So
I
that's
guess
what I use it for.
well, Danny, I want to talk to you more about that because Facebook, and I didn't know if it was real or not, so I really didn't do anything with it. But I do have 2 pages on Facebook. One is for my business, one is for my book review page, and they're very active. I get a lot of traffic there, and I got this notice saying that I could monetize that page, and I wasn't sure, like, what are you talking about? And if I can, then I might as well do it because I post up there several times a day. I get shouts out from an author and might as well, right?
Yeah, I'm eligible to get the stars and I can't set it up because it's a business page and somehow I have that link to my husband. There's a long reason behind why I did it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it comes from my former career, so it's just safer. So
Right.
one of the things is we can hook up to do stars, but it's such a pain because I can't have the stars go to Yogi Hollow. They'll go to him. And I'm trying to have it be a revenue income for just the farm.
Right. And so Danny, if you have any wisdom that you could share on for us, we'd love to hear about it.
So ladies, I am going to get going.
Thanks, Lisa.
We've got to finish the tree work, but just thank you so much for having me today. I've enjoyed being here.
We've enjoyed having you being our special guest. It's been so much fun.
Nice to catch up with you.
Yes, absolutely. And I know Gail since the beginning, and I am always appreciative of all she has done for me.
Yes, Gail.
And likewise to you, Tina. Thank you so much. But I hope everybody has a great day.
Thanks, you too. Be careful out there with the trees. I'm so glad you made time today. I'm so blessed. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Have a good night.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. That was awesome. Did you enjoy Lisa, everybody? I hope so.
I did enjoy catching up.
See, look how many people's lives you've touched and have just helped.
Yeah.
Bye, Broke Girl.
I just reshared my live because I saw there wasn't many people in there.
Thanks, Kevin at Tuber Chat. I got to tell you, Lisa is just a really big supporter. And I met her through the the lives on Tuesday with Tammy over at Mountain Grandma.
Yeah, that's kind of where I found you.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. So I do whatever I can to help those out that have helped me, right?
right, exactly.
I mean, even though we call out channels, they don't have to help me, but I want to pay it forward in
Yeah.
a sense, I guess. You're
Yeah,
like,
just
hey,
like that one I called out a little while before. They
Yeah.
haven't ever been in this live. They're just a small channel,
yeah,
and I'm just helping them for no reason. So,
right, exactly. And you just do it because. So,
and I wanted to say I appreciate all of you guys who watched the replay on this, whether you're in Tina's or mine. Thank you so much for the replays. We
yes,
definitely appreciate it very much.
thank
Much
you so
appreciated.
much. We appreciate you because all you being here helps us with our hours and everything, and we really appreciate that. Let's see. So, where do you want to head to next, Gail? We've got about 25 more minutes of time left, and we're going to talk about this week. And I failed. I get a big incomplete this week, friends. We are talking about recipes, and we are stovetop recipes this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll talk about my recipe that I'm doing for dinner tonight.
Okay.
You can go ahead and do yours. Do you have yours?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it? My voice, I've talked too much.
So last year I did chicken fajita pasta, this recipe, and I'm going to go ahead and add it into the description box of this live. So if you miss the details, if you want to write the recipe down, go grab your note card or tablet and a pen to get ready to write this down.
Yeah.
So this is called chicken fajita pasta. And like I said, I'll have it in the description box of this video. And it calls for 2 chicken breasts cut in small pieces. So you could use the breast, or you could even use the thigh, possibly, because the thigh meat on the bone has more flavor to it. You're going to use 2 cups of penne pasta, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1.5 bell peppers cut thin. Now I cut them thin like you do for fajitas, but after doing the recipe, I decided little small pieces would be better. It would cook up easier. So that's just my opinion after already doing the recipe. 1 teaspoon of fajita seasoning, 1 onion chopped thin, 1 teaspoon of salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 to 3 garlic cloves, and 1 cup of cheese. And it's like chicken Alfredo, but better.
It sounds delicious.
I tried that last year. I think it was for Kettle Kitchen's pasta collab, and it was my favorite recipe of the whole entire year. Hello, Rick with Twin Brook Acres. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, welcome in, Twin Brook Acres.
I will include this recipe in the description box of this video, or you can also email me at gailsouthernliving@yahoo.com, and I will send you this recipe. So this is my favorite recipe of last year. I'll also try to include the link of my video where I make this. It was the best. It was the best recipe of the whole year. Chicken fajita pasta.
That's awesome. It sounds really good.
It was delicious. It's pretty. It reminds me of chicken Alfredo, but it's better. Something about that bell pepper and fajita seasoning mixed with that heavy cream. Delicious.
Where did you get the recipe from?
I cannot remember now because it was way into last year. I do remember though I might have changed a couple little things about it, but after doing the recipe, I would cut the bell pepper and the onion up in smaller pieces instead of like fajitas. But that's just me. I kind of like to get a bite of everything on the fork.
Yeah.
And when you have it cut long and skinny like that, it's harder to get that all into one bite. You know, a little pasta, a little chicken, a little bell pepper, a little onion, you know. So that's just my opinion after already doing it. But that was my favorite recipe of the year for last year.
That sounds delicious.
It
It really, really does. I'm looking for that farm, 6-acre farm, the link.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the one I put up?
Yeah. It wasn't, my sister can't see it. So because she's on my channel modding.
Yeah, 6, S-I-X. Spell
Yeah.
out the word 6. 6.
I'm going to grab it right here for her.
6-acre farm. 6-acre farm. So yeah, I'm going to add that in the description box if you want that recipe, or email me and I'll send it over to you.
That's
6 Acres Farm. Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like, Sharon.
Her first name is Linda, and she's really, really sweet. She usually joins the Fall Fest giveaway every year.
Okay.
So I expect if I send her an email, she'd probably want to join again. I think she might have missed last year, but she did the other year. But yeah, super sweet lady.
I didn't know you last year.
Yeah. Well, you do this year.
I do.
Are you gonna join the Fall Fest 20?
Well, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Let me tell you the awesome part about Fall Fest. Fall Fest, this whole, the way they do this giveaway is really cool. They started it in the crocheting community, and then another channel did it in the homesteading community. And one year I said, why can't I do that like what they do? But I'd entered them. So finally I wrote out all the details, and I've done it 2 years now. I did 23 and 22. So this will be my 3rd year for Fall Fest.
Nice.
And what it is, I'll put out a video about mid-August telling people what to include in their video and that they can email me to join. Then that person will put out a video the first week of September stating the rules of the giveaway. And on that video, there will be tons of people making comments. Like you have no idea how many people make comments on the videos, like hundreds.
Right.
Okay. If you look back to last year's playlist, you'll see all the channels got hundreds of comments because there's a lot of people coming there for the giveaway. So the way we do it is every channel draws for a semi-finalist winner. Okay. They send that winner over. They send an email with the winner's name and address over to me. I compile a list. I take all those Fall Fest people and I put them on a wheel and draw for one name. And that grand prize winner wins a prize from every single channel. If it's 20 channels or 70 channels, they get that many prizes. So the first year, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping won. She got tons of prizes. There's lots of videos. You can go look on her channel of what she received. Last year, My Alabama Farm Life won, and you can go back and watch her videos of all the things she got. And this will be the 3rd year. So that person gets a prize from every single channel. Now,
Nice.
the semi-finalist prize is optional.
Nice.
But in the video, you're going to want to say, okay, you can comment on this video. You can still be a winner, but you're just not going to win you're not going to win the semi-finalist prize.
Right.
Everybody gives out the grand prize winner. And so that person could win 20 to 70 prizes, depending on how many channels join. The first year I had 72 channels join. The second year I had 54 channels join.
Okay.
So that is how big Fall Fest is. So if you have a brand new channel, Fall Fest is the perfect place to grow your channel, grow your community.
Nice. Nice.
So that's how Fall Fest works. So that's cool. I got a chance to explain to you and everybody in the chat.
Absolutely. I look forward to
it's gonna be fun.
participating.
Kind of writing out the details
and
a few minor changes to it, but the basic part is going to be the same.
Well, I look forward to hearing those instructions again too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to take in,
I know people get really overwhelmed, but the thing is it's just going to be like a little 3 to 5 minute video
Mm-hmm.
just explaining the rules. And if you accidentally leave out a rule in the video, all you do is add it in the description box. So it's not a big deal. If you forget to say, mainly the main rule is I've decided that the prizes, well, anyway, I'm not going to tell you those details yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to save it.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I'm going to save
Yeah.
that part. But yeah, I did make a few little minor changes to it this year. But that video will be put out about August
Hey, Bella's
15th.
Whisper Farmstead.
So that Fall Fest, that's a great way to grow your channel. So if you're wanting, just be looking for that Fall Fest. Or if you know you're interested in maybe doing this, if you'll send me an email, I'll add you to a list and I'll tag your channel when I put out the video. That way you know you won't miss it. So if you know you're interested,
There's Gail's email.
And say, hey, I know for sure I want to join Fall Fest. Put me on the list. I'll put you on the list and tag your channel when the video comes out. So it's really cool.
Okay. I don't know if it's me or what, but you're freezing up, Gail.
Me, I am. Uh-oh.
You tend to
Hello,
freeze
LP.
up. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's you or if it's me or so I don't want anybody to miss what you were saying there. Don't worry, it's all good. We've got some new people that joined us though. Bella's Whisper Farmstead and Wilma to you one.
Hi, Wilma to
Welcome
you.
in.
Hello, Bella's Whisper Farmstead.
And LP.
LP.
And LP. Welcome.
Mhm.
Welcome in. Now that's a lot of information to take in. So I will put her email up again. If you're interested and want more, you can email her and Gail will get back to you. She's very good about that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great way
absolutely.
to grow it's a great way to grow your community. And I know for sure I'll be putting Gail Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry in this giveaway. So if you have more than one channel, you can put your other channel. It's a great way to grow your community. And it's not just homesteading and gardening. It's also paper crafts, crochet, tuber chat people are also in there. There's lots of communities that join this collaboration. So it's a great way to grow your community and do your networking. Because I literally
good variety of people, huh?
Yeah, a good variety. Awesome. Good variety of people. Yep. I actually sat down and it was like like 50% homesteading, 10% crafts, 20% crochet. I mean, it was like not one straight thing. It was like a mixture of everything. And that's a great way to grow your community is to open yourself up to different genres of stuff. Because if you stay in your genre,
too. I think it's good.
Your channel won't grow if you stay in your genre all the time. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's good to go find other people.
Exactly. True.
So am I freezing up or pausing or anything? If anybody can tell me if I'm like pausing or anything, because I was on my phone. And sometimes when I'm on my phone, it does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll try to yeah. I think you learned, and then this year, it'll be different. That maybe to try it again this year. Yeah,
I make
it's all good
little changes to Fall Fest every year. Like I find a rule that needs to be added, something needs to be taken away, or whatever. But the basic rules stay the same. But the main thing is all the channels who enter are all on a playlist. So anyone who wants to enter all these giveaways can go to that playlist and comment on them one by one. And so it's really cool.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Gail, for sharing. And just, I know we're not there, but fall will be here in 6 months. So, it's getting there. But today feels like a beautiful fall day, and I've been inside all day. So,
Yeah, it
My
seems like
stovetop meal. What was that, Gail?
yeah, Wilma to you made the comment she forgot about the playlist, but yeah, every single video as they post their video, they tag me. So that gives me a warning. And so I go and I keep adding, and the videos are in the order in which they're posted. And you could see, and also
Gotcha.
everyone's going to have a secret word or phrase you have to put into the comment section, or they're going to
Right.
ask you a question you have to answer. So you can't copy and paste anything. Everything has to be, you have to listen, because you don't know
Right.
when they're going to ask you the question or ask you for a secret word. So you have to
Yeah.
pay attention.
I remember the secret word. Yeah, I didn't get involved in it, but I did watch Tammy's from Mountain Grandma on it.
Yeah.
So Gail and I decided we're going to do recipes each week, and today was our stovetop recipe. Gail already got hers. Mine is relatively easy. It is pasta with meatballs, and I am thankful today that I had a fresh can of my homemade pasta sauce from my garden, or where I source my tomatoes from, down in my pantry. So it was easy for me. I basically opened it up and dumped it in, and I seasoned it up with some garlic powder and some Italian seasonings. And then I like to use either a chicken broth or a vegetable broth as my liquid that I add to my sauce. And then I made my meatballs, which consisted of ground turkey, breadcrumbs, Italian seasoning, garlic. You can never have too much garlic, some salt, some crushed red pepper flakes. Form them and then cook them on the stovetop with some olive oil, and then add them to your sauce and let all that simmer together for half an hour. Let all those flavors marry together. If you're in a hurry and you're trying to make pasta sauce, here's a folk way of doing it from my Italian grandmother. She would go and get butter, and she would get a couple tablespoons of butter, dump inside the pasta sauce and the tomatoes, and that would help really flavor your sauce up in a hurry if you needed to. Always add a pinch of sugar or so in your sauce too, to cut back on the acidity of the tomato in there as well. So we're going to have pasta tonight, and that is my stovetop recipe. Now, I'll be honest with you, if I didn't have my sauce made, I normally would heat up my pot, and I would chop onion, and I would chop up garlic, and I would saute that all together and then add diced tomatoes and stuff. But since I have it already, it was easy breezy tonight.
Can you bring up Wilma
the noodles? Huh?
At 3:20? Can you bring up Wilma's comment at 3:21? Yeah, watch the videos all the way through, and remember that the channels that do this can verify their winners too. So make sure you're subscribed to them, because they can verify their winner before they put out their video, and make sure that person's subscribed. Yeah. You can look at that on YouTube. You can see who's subscribed to you. So be sure you click all the buttons and do all the things, do all the good stuff. Thank you, Wilma, to you for mentioning that. Watch the video all the way through. I'm going to try to put in order the importance of the rules so people know, because sometimes people only focus on the first 5 out of 10 rules instead of all 10 rules, and try to put them in the order of importance, because people kind of skip around. But yeah.
So friends, also, if you're a new channel, there's a lot of open collaborations going on. I'm going to be starting mine hopefully next month with Grow It, Cook It. And it is just, my sister says I'm frozen right now. She's texted me telling me I'm frozen. I don't know why I'm frozen.
I can hear you right now. Is Tina frozen? I want to
Still
ask somebody,
frozen.
is Tina frozen?
Let me know if I'm glitching or freezing here. I don't know why. Strange. But anyhow, oh yeah, grow it, cook it. All right. It could just be a streaming problem right now. All right. Grow it, cook it. And basically what it is you grow it in your garden. You're going to harvest it, make a video and show us how you're going to bring that into your home, and cook it, make something and show it, make a video, tag me in it, and let us know how you're doing. Will there be a prize? Perhaps. I haven't thought that far ahead, but harvest season is just coming. Got lettuce, I'm sure that will be ready, kale, stuff like that. But it's going to go from the time May comes until like the end of summer, because my garden will be going up until the fall.
That's
Okay.
right. I was going to add yours and Heather's collab together, the pizza party and the grow it, cook it. I was going to add those two together because I'm using something from the garden in the pizza. So there you go. Doing a twofer.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yep. So if you're in an area where you're harvesting food now, make a video and just tag me in it, and I'll put you in the playlist, because we're all in different zones. Like Gail's already harvest stuff because she's in Texas. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there, just not yet.
Yeah.
So for some reason our connection is getting really bad. I'm not sure why. You there?
Yeah. Somebody's at the front door.
Somebody's at your front door?
Yeah. See if my camera on the front porch is showing. Let's see if my camera is showing anything at the front porch.
You don't answer your door?
No.
Yeah? Yeah?
Might answer it with my rifle. Just kidding. No, I'm at home by myself. No, I don't answer it. No. I can pull it up, and I can pull this up and actually see who's at the front door. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's great.
More than likely,
it's awesome.
It's a package. More than likely, it's a package, because it sounds like they only knocked once.
See, Gail, look at my sister's comment there.
Yeah, I feel no need to answer the door. Not happening.
Gotcha.
Like I have a lady who drops packages. She just leaves them on the chairs in the front porch. And then I have people that drop off egg cartons. They do the same thing. They leave them on the chairs. We have a table there now. We just moved the table out of the craft room onto the front porch. So we have 2 chairs and a table there. Hello, Luann.
Look at what Luann said. I usually go hide and watch from the window.
That sounds familiar. Yeah,
You just never
very self-protective.
You just don't know nowadays. I think that's just the bottom line.
Yep, I'm very self-protective. I don't answer my
door. You just don't know.
If my husband's here, I will, or he will, but I don't by myself now.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Alfonso.
My husband just paid for another month of StreamYard for me. Isn't that nice?
Yes. Very nice.
That was cool.
Well,
he just texted me.
I think
that he was
coming down. Nice. Yeah, my sister says she talks through the speaker. Leave your card, and they never do.
Yeah.
So
leave your package and go.
I mean, that's all like here. Like for here, because of where I live in the rural area and road, I could see the person pulling up to see who it is before they even get to my door. You know what I mean?
I'm in the kitchen and the dining room. I can't see the door, so I have no idea. But since they only knocked once,
Yeah.
I'm figuring it's like a political paper or a package. Maybe my husband ordered something that I don't know about. And
Right.
it's
Right.
or a sample, because I know I've had a few people email me about reviews, and so it could be something like that too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we've gone through everything today.
Yeah, we have.
Good 2 hour chat today, I think, huh? I hope you all liked it and enjoyed it. Gail and I are really getting in a groove of getting organized.
Yeah, getting organized. That's right.
We're getting organized and we're getting on a path. So for the next couple of weeks, probably the next month, we're talking about cooking and different ways to cook. Today was stovetop cooking.
Yeah, let me know what the next topic's going to be for next week so I can be prepared. And don't forget to ask someone to come up with you that week I'm at the meetup.
When are you at the meetup again?
Be the 7th
Of May?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The 7th.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find somebody. If not, I'll be here by myself. No big deal.
Yeah, and then I'll be back by that next Tuesday, or I'll be back on Sunday. So I'll be back that Tuesday.
Just remind me again.
Mm-hmm.
Gail's going to have the pleasure to go meet a couple of our other channels in Oklahoma. Simply Jan Homestead is one of them. She gets to go be reunited with her.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in 3 years, so it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Tammy lives in Missouri as well, so I wish she would come on over to the meetup. And Luann lives over in Missouri too, so it'd be really cool if I could see all three of them while I was there.
Oh, absolutely.
That
would be awesome. Thank you,
I don't know
Sherry.
if that's going to happen, but that would be nice.
Yeah. No, because it's funny because even the big event that I'm going to be doing in Lancaster in the fall, I mean, all of us, we've met each other all on Facebook and we haven't seen each other now. It will be 2 years. So we all get to come together in October again to be with each other and with our favorite authors and just have a great 3-day weekend in Amish country.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I wanted to
it'll be a
take
lot of fun.
time to tell you, Tina, thank you for the structure of this live because it's helping me to structure things better. So I just wanted to say I appreciate that. And it's keeping me on my toes as far as getting the information together. So it's inspiring.
You're welcome.
So I just wanted to say thank you. Take the time to say thank you for that.
You're very welcome. I'm just glad you get to be here and do this with me. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we have our little monetization parties we're going to have later. And
you'll get there first.
Yeah, I will. But you'll be, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Keep helping.
Where Blackberry, what is it? Is it Lou? No, that's not Luann at Blackberry Rock.
Luann. Mm-hmm.
It is Luann. I got your name right. Where are you at, Luann? What
She's
state?
In Missouri.
Okay, so you're in Missouri. Yeah.
Tammy, Jan, and Luann are all in Missouri. Mm-hmm. And several other. There's quite a few channels in Missouri area. There's a lot.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I saw that in New England. I'm not going to be able to make the HOA in Virginia here. I'll be in my thing, and I wasn't thinking when I set those dates up, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm thinking of they have a women's retreat, and I'm thinking of doing that in November. Kind of like thanks, Sherry, for being here. It's kind of like a birthday gift to myself.
Yeah, just like that meetup is on Mother's Day weekend. And somebody's like, oh, well, that's Mother's Day weekend. I was like, this is my Mother's Day present.
That's right. That's right.
I'm getting to do what I want. That's my Mother's Day present. Since I'm the stepmom, I never got the girls on Mother's Day anyway. So
exactly. So, hey, we appreciate everybody showing up and hanging out for the past 2 hours and those who've come in.
Much
Just
appreciated.
a good group of people coming in and out today. We appreciate each of you in the support that you give to both of our channels. And we look forward to next week as we move on to, I'm not sure. I have to think about it. But we'll have some more funny jokes for y'all while more
Yeah,
cooking
text me
things.
if something comes to you, text me about it. Oh, we did talk. We did have that YouTube thing you were going to talk about.
What YouTube thing?
Forgot about that. You mentioned something.
Oh, yeah. We were going to do that.
Oh, talking about YouTube.
YouTube and answers. So I still have it on my list and we didn't hit that today. And that's okay. So we'll move it to next week. We're flexible people here.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Family Expedition is here. We gave you a big shout out today.
Shout out earlier.
You gave your channel a shout out, Big Family Expedition. So thank you for being back here. So Big Family Expedition is here again. Go check out their channel. And let's support each other and help each other through this journey.
Yes, let's do.
Be blessed, everybody. We will see you next Wednesday. I don't think I'll be on any more lives this week.
I still have my live on Friday. Friday, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time.
This was my third one this week.
That'll be my third one of the week on Friday. Yeah.
And if you invite me to that one, then if I can join, then yeah, we will see. We will see.
Yeah, and we need to set up the date for the marathon live too.
Yes. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for your support. We are here every Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know we've had people. We have people from the UK, from Turkey, from Canada. Is that amazing or what?
Yep, and all over the U.S.
I know. I think that's just amazing. All those people come in to hear our jokes.
Yeah, hear our corny jokes.
Lightened up the mood.
Yeah, it did. You did. All the sad pet stories were getting to me.
I know. Tell me about it. I didn't talk about mine because I just nope.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the channels that we gave a shout out today, which was Victoria G, Love the Land Homestead, Family Expedition, the Bud Files, Lori's World, and 6 Acres Farm Rescue Farm. And who was another one?
I added the Venerable Owl channel.
Yes.
Owl, and I put that link in the comment section.
Yeah.
I put some links so you can go back on the live replay and find links.
And thank you to all of those again who are going to watch us on replay. We appreciate you. And we will see you next Wednesday, friends. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you.